Another cold morning in New Mexico. So last weekend we got to go to Carlsbad. This weekend we go to the Guadalupe Mountains, which we were trying to get to last weekend, but couldn't make it to. So today is Guadalupe Mountains off the checklist, and check out what I got to go through just to film this stuff for you guys. So this is the mess of stuff in my car as I'm getting ready to leave. So I got my big boy camera. We got batteries we're charging. Got the drone. This is all camera equipment to film with. It's a mess. So I got to clean all this up and then we'll be on our way. Oh, I'm also charging the controller there. So we're getting all squared away before we get going. What was I going to say?
This is our last weekend in New Mexico.
It is our last weekend in New Mexico.
Yeah.
We've been here for 2 months.
Yes.
Really enjoyed it.
It's been a great time. This is the first time that we have stopped anywhere for a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
I think the longest we've been somewhere before this was like 2 weeks, but we've been here for 2 months.
Well, right when we started, you got COVID and we got stuck in Florida for a month. But that was like,
true.
We weren't really even like, I don't know. It didn't feel like we were like full-timers then. Like we were just getting started.
Yeah, because we had only gone out of Florida and then we came back for the holidays to see everybody.
So we went to like Georgia.
And then we didn't get to see everybody because I got like COVID.
Anyway, So this is the longest we've stayed anywhere.
Yeah.
We've enjoyed it, but we're excited about moving on.
Yes. Yeah, so we're heading out of New Mexico next weekend, so it's our last weekend. And we're going to make a stop for 2 weeks in Phoenix and hit up some of the rock shows and check out some of the other stuff that we didn't check out when we were there.
Yeah.
And reprovisioning and things like that. Not that I can't reprovision where we're at, but I'm looking for Trader Joe's.
I may try to hike to the top of Lost Dutchman.
Okay.
That hike is pretty insane. We were out there last year and I had my first shot?
Yes.
And didn't realize how much it had affected me, but I started...
He's all like, I'm okay, no big deal.
Yeah, started climbing that mountain and was like, wow, this is really, really hard. So I had to come back down. So I'd like to tackle that mountain this time when we go.
Yeah, which if you've never looked into, I know some people don't like to do the state parks. They are personally like our favorites. Lost Dutchman is a beautiful park that sits at the base of the Superstition Mountains.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot out there. I mean, there's the mountain to go hiking at. Down the road is a reservoir. There's like wild horses out that way. It's just a beautiful area.
Yep, we saw lots of scorpions there. Yeah. But it's so, if you're interested in Lost Dutchman, it is east of Phoenix in the Mesa area. And right there, like she said, at the base of the Superstition Mountains. So.
Yeah, and they have all kinds of like camping options. I think they have dry options. They have water and electric, and then I think they have some full hookups. We were on water and electric only, and I think we were there for like over a week.
Right.
But it was like not a problem. And they have really nice bathrooms, great like walking trails through the park. Like it's just a really pretty park.
But we are not talking about Lost Dutchman today.
No.
We are on our way to the Guadalupe Mountains.
Yes.
So
this is our last national park in this area.
Yes.
That we have not checked off. And as you saw in the previous video, we tried to do Carlsbad, Caverns, and Guadalupe Mountains in the same day, and that didn't work. So
yeah,
we're back out on the road today, and we're going to hit it. We're excited. It is, I don't know that we'll hike up to it, but Guadalupe Peak is the highest peak in the state of Texas at over 8,700 feet.
Yeah. And so normally this is where I would give you a travel montage, but it's the exact same route as Carlsbad, and we did that in the last video. So if you want to check out what it looks like to travel from Mayhill, New Mexico to Carlsbad or the Guadalupe Mountains, you can check that over here, or maybe here. I never remember which one it is. All right, to the mountains. so right here at the visitor center is called the Pinery Trail. It's a 1/3 mile trail to some old stagecoach stuff. So we're gonna go check that out. And then we're gonna go back into the parkways and check out some other stuff, some springs and stuff. It's a really, really cool area. There's no major points of interest here that you can just like sort of drive to. All the fun to see in this park is hiking. So you got to do some hiking if you're gonna have fun in the Guadalupe Mountains. But there are some spectacular views, so let's go check it out.
Spring, and it's very, very
Okay, so before there was the Pony Express, there was this stagecoach route that went from St. Louis to California.
Yeah, it was called the Butterfield's Mail.
Butterfield's Mail.
Yeah.
Cool name.
Yeah.
So this is all that's left of this mail office.
Right, and so this one sits at like over 5,000 feet, and it's the only one that's close to an actual still highway, like a currently used highway.
Yeah.
And
there's another building over there.
Yeah, so it says his mail stations were set up every 20 miles.
So every 20 miles there was
another mail station.
Cool.
Yeah, from Missouri to California.
Who knew?
Yeah.
So the kind of things
But
you learn
yeah,
out
so
here.
this was a whole, I guess there was a whole thing. So there was a place for the stagecoach.
Cool.
Yeah.
So there's that building, and right next to the sign about the building, we noticed this rock, and we saw this in the visitor center. I don't know if you guys could see that, but all those dots, get out of this, there you go, you're making a shadow. All those dots are single-celled organisms from the bottom of the ocean. So these are fossils of single-celled.
over there, over here,
Yeah. So they said this place was an ocean,
and over there.
and here's just rocks littered with all these. Yeah, they're everywhere. So the rocks they used to make that building probably have fossils in them too.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so on our hike, I'm gonna show you a picture right here. You guys tell me what you think that is in the comments down below, and then we'll tell you here at the end of the episode what it is, and if I was right or if Jen was right. And you can tell by Jen's face that she was right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I went and asked the ranger, and I came out and told the truth. I don't know if she would have done that if she was wrong.
I 100% would have. My name's not Mark.
All right, anyway, let us know in the comments what you think it is, and then we'll tell you at the end.
Just to be clear, I didn't hear a, oh, you were right, Jen.
I
heard a very quick, it is what it is. Bitter.
So salty about winning. Look at you.
Because you were so adamant on the trail that I was wrong.
Well, I've never seen it that up close before, and
It grows everywhere.
okay, don't give it away. Wait till the end.
I was right.
All right, where are we going next?
The Frijole Ranch.
So we're gonna go back up to the Frijole Ranch.
Yeah, because that's like the best one to do. But I think real quick, we're gonna take you guys on a tour so you can see where the boondocking in the campground is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that really quick, and
Okay.
then we'll go to the Frijole Ranch.
Now, speaking of who's right, you called it what ranch before? Frijole?
I said Frijole.
Holy
Like-
frijoles.
Like it was like Italian or something.
Yeah. Like it was pasta fagioli.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going for.
Okay, so we're 1-1 today. That's what I'm going with. All right, let's go check out the boondocking area.
Okay, so when we came here back in April, yeah, this place was crazy packed.
Yeah, there was no parking at all.
Yeah, there was no parking, and the only reason they let us back here is because it's the only way to turn around, and because we had the camper with us. So they have some first come only, and then they also have some reservation spots that are for tiny RVs and tents.
And then regular parking for the hikes up here.
Yeah, and then this is also the hiking parking lot for the big hikes to the peak. Oh, and then there's Devil's Trail.
Yeah, so this is like the main parking for all the hiking that you do in here.
Well, these people are like actually parked in camper parking spots.
That stinks.
Yeah, watch out. Yeah. Yeah, and they've got bathrooms, and I think they have showers in them and stuff. So it's not a bad area if you're coming to check out the park for a night. You just got to get here early. Because I think we rolled in the afternoon and it was just,
Yeah.
that was it. All right, so that's the campground.
Yeah.
All right, on to where?
Frijole Ranch.
Yeah,
That's how you say it, Frijole. So, but yeah, so that's where all like the major hiking is in Guadalupe Mountain National Park. A lot of those hikes say 8 to 10 hours or 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, that's where you go to the peak and Devil's. I can't think. It's like
What was it?
hallway or something.
We always look like experts on these.
Yeah.
We have no idea.
Keeping it real for you people.
Anyway, that's where all the hiking's at. There's not much parking, as you saw. There's even less RV parking up there.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna get here to stay, get here early.
Yep.
And I mean, it does look cool, and it's the best way to see this place is to hike it.
Yeah.
It's just you got to be here early in the morning, and it's not really near anything. So if you can camp here, then you can get an early start and get to the peaks for the amazing views.
Yeah, word to the wise, if you do head this way and you are going to camp, make sure you have fueled up, because there is no fuel for, it's like, I think it says 35 miles one way and
130 the other.
yeah, the other way. And there's no grocery stores nearby. So make sure you're stocked up with food and
The closest
fuel
cities.
and water. I didn't see a water station back there.
No.
But for this kind of park, it's always good to just be prepared and
Yeah.
have water with you.
So the closest city is Carlsbad City, and it is like 35 miles from here. So
I guess White City would be closer. Yeah.
It is, but there's
Yeah.
nothing there to like. You can't get groceries there.
They have a convenience store and they do have gas and they have water and ice.
But
and that's
everything at White City is really expensive because
Yeah.
it's the entrance to Carlsbad Cavern.
about it. Yeah.
And it's the first thing you encounter from the south going north for 130 miles. So they
Yep.
prices are jacked up.
But it's pretty, and I have no doubt that because we've stayed down the road a ways, the stargazing out here will be phenomenal. Because
Oh yeah.
there's no city anywhere nearby, so minimal lighting.
All right, the name of that other trail that Jen can remember was Devil's Hall. It was up top there by the visitor center. But now we're over at Frijole Ranch, and we're gonna hike to a little spring that's about a 45 minute round trip hike. There's another part of that trail called Smith Spring, and that's like a 2 to 3 hour hike, but we also have like a 3 hour drive home. So we're gonna do the short one.
It's probably the spring house.
Yeah, it looks like a spring house. This one's locked. So it's not, we can't get in there. Yeah, they're doing restoration. The buildings aren't open. They're doing restoration work, so that's kind of sad. But it's a really cool ranch, and when they do open it, they have lots of exhibit stuff in there. So to show you how they lived when the people were here. So
And it's cool.
really cool.
Got the spring like
Yeah,
right through the
and
property.
they set the house right up next to the spring, which is right here.
So it had a constant flow of like fresh
Yeah,
water.
so constant flow of fresh water coming right here, and it leads towards the Manzanita Spring, which is what we're gonna hike to now.
Yeah. Are opening? Okay.
We've arrived at the spring.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one, the close one. It was closer than I thought. Like,
We walked. I felt like the other walk was longer.
yeah, I thought we took like a 5-minute walk to get here.
like wetland area. Oh, it's so clear
Is
though.
there any fish in there?
Wow, that is crystal clear.
Do you see any fish? No, but there can be snakes.
So this is the spring they used to use
hole.
for picnicking and swimming, like in the summer and stuff.
Swimming, huh?
Yeah.
Must have been a lot more clean of vegetation. That was short.
It was short.
Free Holy Ranch, we didn't spend much time there.
It was a cool little stop though.
It was a cool stop. We probably could have done the whole spring trail, but
But we were worried because we have like a 3-hour drive home.
yeah, so it's like, well, it's technically 2:30 here, but in Texas it's 3:30. So that had me concerned of what time is it actually.
Yeah, and we want to go see the salt flats.
And now we're gonna go check out the salt flats. Oh, and they're coming close to see us.
They're like, do you have meat for us? Hi. OMG.
Look how tiny. Oh my gosh, that one's super tiny.
I'll let you guys cross. Oh my gosh.
I see you going, pee-pee. I caught you. Hi.
Oh my gosh. Like not even remotely going fast right now. I am doing like 6 miles an hour. You feel the trucks like even. It's a beautiful view of the Guadalupe Mountains though.
Yeah. We're almost at the entrance.
We are.
All right, so we drove all the way out here
Yeah. What's it say?
on a very rocky road, bumpy road.
I saw a
And it
runner and
says-
some moo cows though.
So we'll save you the trouble. So from this parking lot, you have to walk another mile back to where the dunes start. And then the dunes, it says, take about 90 minutes to explore them. But most of the dunes have plants over them. So while they might be big, they just look like hills. And so
Ah.
there's no sledding on them. And they said there's not much out here to do. So
Interesting.
yeah, so kind of a big waste, but we could show you to save you the time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, but there is a picnic area out here. And
That no one would drive to go to the picnic area.
Right, and
We
there's
got a car behind
yeah,
us. Let's
I'm gonna
move.
around.
I mean, the mountain view from here is beautiful, but the mountain view was beautiful from a lot of areas, and we didn't have to drive all the way out here to see it. So
I think if the dunes were like visible and not covered by vegetation, it would be a little bit better.
yeah, like from the road, we could see there's a few sandy sand dunes,
Yeah.
but like you want to see sand dunes, just go to White Sands. So
Better. The whole
Exactly.
yeah, so that was someone else that just drove out here right behind us, and she was saying the same thing. Just go to White Sands, don't come out here. So you can see the rest of the Guadalupe Mountains, and those are cool, but like it was not worth driving out to this.
The view here of the Guadalupe Mountains is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I think it's more beautiful from this angle than it is from the park, like the visitor side.
All right, back home. Now to drive home. Whew, I'm already tired. All right, we still got like 2 hours back home.
Cotton ginning system. Huh. Do you think that's what they're growing out in those fields?
That might be cotton fields, I don't know.
No,
but
that's definitely hay.
this is a serious fire here. Yeah, he's lighting all that on fire. Yeah, he's doing tumbleweeds.
Yeah.
So this is all tumbleweed they're lighting on fire.
for good cause. Yeah, tumbleweeds are a pain.
Because it's the only way to get rid of them.
that was a controlled burn of tumbleweed. Although you see there's like
Yeah,
tons
I wonder
right
how
here.
He hasn't done any of it. They haven't done this yet.
Yeah, strange, but there's tons of tumbleweed in this area. So with the wind almost non-existent, but moving away from the field, they're burning this side of the road. So just it'll burn those tumbleweeds and then die off. So pretty crazy looking. There's a little fire there.
Yeah, they probably started that one too.
But yeah, that's just another thing that we weren't anticipating encountering today, but we're having an adventure.
Every day's an adventure.
Yeah. So, you know, guy with a flamethrower out of the back of a truck just lighting stuff on fire.
Weird thing, we're out in like super deserty part of Texas. There's cotton everywhere out here.
Yeah, they're growing a lot of cotton here right along the New Mexico border.
Yeah, and we just passed a cotton gin. So very.
Oh, look, they've flooded
what
this
do they
field.
Do with this?
They're
Weird.
flooding those fields.
Must we
That's
get rid of
crazy.
plants?
So these fields are all being flooded. That's crazy. They haven't started these yet, but the ones back there were all flooded with water.
See, these ones they've done, they're green already.
Yeah, so those ones they've already done. I don't know what they're growing there.
Interesting.
Just a weird place.
Balls.
Totally normal. We feel like we're on some kind of weird movie set right now.
100%. This looks like the zombie apocalypse.
Like,
Like,
this dog's just standing here looking at us. Hey, dude.
Bye, Fluffles.
Hey,
Really?
get out of the road.
There's a car.
wait, is this a vineyard?
That looks like a vineyard.
What's a
Weird.
What are they?
Yeah, that's totally a vineyard.
Yeah, it's a vineyard. Huh.
A big one, too.
The vineyard for
It's a really big
growing
vineyard.
fruit for wine, grapes. Those are grapevines.
Had no idea. Again, with the Guadalupe Mountains in the background.
How they get water?
They're pumping it up
Do
from
you see all
wells,
those?
dude.
See all those pipes sticking out? Those are all to run
Yeah.
water. Interesting.
The adventure continues, guys. We've made it to the end of the video, guys, and I want to tell you what that picture was. So that thing you saw, I'll put it up now. That is mistletoe. So Jen was so sure it was mistletoe, and I was so sure it wasn't, because it looked like branches growing off the tree. And we had a good laugh about it, as you saw in the video. But yeah, it's mistletoe. So if you got that right, congratulations to you. And with that, I'll say thank you for watching to this point. And we really appreciate you guys. So until the next video, have a good one.